Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. Former President Donald Trump says that the target letter that he got from special counsel Jack Smith is a, quote, disgrace. Mr. Trump believes that an indictment is coming in the criminal investigation into the efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. The Advocate Channel's Paula Reed reports.
Former President Trump defiant and railing against special counsel Jack Smith during a Fox News town hall in Iowa Tuesday.
I got the letter on Sunday night. Think of it. I don't think they've ever sent a letter on Sunday night. And they're in a rush because they want to interfere. It's interference with the election. It's election interference. Never been done like this in the history of our country, and it's a disgrace.
Trump fuming after announcing he had received a letter from the special counsel informing him that he is a target in the criminal investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Trump says he was given 4 days to report to the grand jury and indicated that he believes that means an arrest and indictment is imminent. His legal team has not formally responded, and sources tell CNN that they were caught off guard because they were not anticipating charges against the former president.
These are evil people, deranged. I call them deranged.
CNN has learned in recent months prosecutors have interviewed officials from all 7 2020 battleground states targeted by the former president and his allies in their efforts to overturn the election. Trump's allies on Capitol Hill rushing to his defense.
President Trump went up in the polls and was actually surpassing President Biden for re-election. So what do they do now? Weaponize government.
With the threat of yet another indictment looming, Trump's lawyers appeared in a South Florida courtroom Tuesday to discuss his indictment in the classified documents case, where he is facing 37 felony counts. Trump appointed Judge Eileen Cannon, signaling the Justice Department's desire to hold a trial in mid-December of this year may be too soon, given the highly sensitive nature of the case and the evidence that it's based on. She did not appear, though, willing to delay the trial indefinitely, saying she plans to rule, quote, promptly. A trial starting in 2024 could collide with the Republican presidential primary, where Trump is the current frontrunner. His rivals in the race now facing yet another round of questions in what could be yet another indictment.
I think the DOJ continues to try to find a way to weaponize its powers against the former president.
A GoFundMe campaign is growing for a Florida man attacked by 2 men yelling anti-gay slurs. Greg Bradenbrock says that he was walking home in Miami's Coconut Grove neighborhood when he was beaten so badly that he blacked out. His injuries required reconstructive surgery and will keep him away from his job as a flight attendant for American Airlines. Miami police are investigating. Police near Birmingham, Alabama say that they are waiting for a woman to explain what happened while she was reported missing. Hoover police say that 25-year-old Carlee Russell called 911 Thursday saying that she saw a toddler on the side of the interstate. But officials say that they found no evidence of a child being there. Police say Russell later went to Target, and surveillance video shows her walking alone in her neighborhood the night that she returned home. Radio traffic indicates medics were dispatched to her home, found her responsive and talking, and took her to the hospital. Well, a new study indicates structural racism may play a role in mass shootings in major metropolitan areas in the U.S., which disproportionately impact black people. The study was published in journal JAMA. Researchers looked at data relating to 51 of the largest metropolitan areas, including demographics, income data, and mass shootings. The study found that areas with higher black populations are more likely to experience mass shootings than communities with higher white populations. According to the study, there are also more black people injured and killed when mass shootings take place. More overdose deaths, including cocaine or other psychostimulants, also involve opioids. That's according to a new report from the CDC. In 2021, opioids were present in about 79% of overdose deaths involving cocaine. And about 66% of those involving psychostimulants, overdose deaths involving cocaine and opioids have become more than 7 times more frequent over the past decade. Those involving both psychostimulants and opioids became 22 times more common. The report did not name a specific type of opioid, but experts say that these trends highlight the dangers of the drugs. Flash floods have triggered an emergency in eastern Kentucky where a monster tornado killed dozens of people in 2021. In another part of the nation, sizzling temperatures have shattered records where life-threatening heat is showing now signs of relief. The Advocate Channel's Ivan Rodriguez has the latest.
A trail of destruction left behind by a tornado tearing through North Carolina Wednesday afternoon.
Well, that's my sister's home behind you. That's totally destroyed. My aunt's home right here. That's pretty much gone as well.
Fast rising waters seeping into homes and cars.
That's my truck.
Turning roads into rivers in eastern Kentucky. Catastrophic floods triggering an emergency in Mayfield where an EF4 tornado killed dozens of people in 2021.
Moments ago, I declared a state of emergency due to the impacts from severe weather.
In Pennsylvania, unfavorable conditions have suspended the days-long search for a 2-year-old and 9-month-old who have been missing since Saturday after flash floods submerged the car they were in, killing their mother.
We ask that everybody stay away from the flood zone.
Meanwhile, life-threatening heat continues to shatter records in parts of the country.
Took care of a lady that was burnt on the asphalt. I mean, if it's 120 out here, the asphalt's 175 easy.
Phoenix has seen sizzling temperatures over 110 degrees for 20 straight days now.
It's like being in the kitchen on Thanksgiving with all the ovens and the stoves going.
It's hit 100 degrees and higher for 34 consecutive days in El Paso, Texas. And in Florida, where the heat index has topped 100 for nearly 40 days, Miami-Dade commissioners gave initial approval to a measure that would mandate shade and water for outdoor workers when the heat index tops 90 degrees. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The Mega Millions jackpot is now an estimated $720 million. No winning ticket matching all 6 numbers was sold in Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot drawing. The next drawing is Friday. It has a cash value of nearly $370 million. It's only the 5th time in Mega Millions history that the jackpot has surpassed the $700 million mark. Heading back to school can be stressful for everyone, but for parents who are sending a child to school for the first time, it can be a huge transition. Health experts say that you can set them up for a successful school year by preparing now. The Advocate Channel's Mandy Gaither has 4 things that you can do to help your first-time student.
A new school year with new faces, a new classroom. It can be scary for any student, but especially those who are new to school.
They don't really have an idea in their mind of what this is going to look like. They don't have something to go off of.
Strong for Life licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says preparing children before school starts is critical in easing them into the classroom.
The more we can fill in the blanks in their head, the more at ease they will feel.
Baumstein says to visit the school so the child knows what it looks like. Meet the teacher and administrator so there are familiar faces on day 1. Set up play dates before school starts with other families who have first-time students.
They can rely on each other and have some sense of familiarity when they get there so that they don't feel alone and so uneasy.
Finally, practice with school supplies. Baumstein says if your child isn't sure how to use or open something, it can create a layer of anxiety that can be avoided.
It might seem silly and unnecessary, but for kids, it's helpful to know that they're capable and that they can do it without you. And so the more opportunity you can give them a chance to try it in the safety of your home while you're right there if they need help, the more likely they're going to be able to have the confidence to do it on their own.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Thanks for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com. Subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For AC 24/7, I'm Aaron Dean.